All right, so the first football topic or NFL topic, we're talking about my old coach, Sean Payton.
That's my guy.
Throwing shade at Nathaniel Hackett and the Jets.
Can you blame him?
I mean, bro, there's a time and place for everything. So,
hey, get that guy out of here. I took your job because you're getting these shots.
There's a time and place for everything. But knowing how Sean Payton is, I see why he did it.
Yeah.
I think he really got in their head.
Yeah.
And they play him in week 5,
yeah.
which is gonna be a game like I'm gonna be there with my popcorn.
We want the smoke
and my beer.
We got our Sunday ticket. We want the smoke.
This is going to be lit. But for those of y'all who don't know, Sean Payton basically said Nathaniel Hackett with the Broncos last year was a terrible coaching job. Yeah. And all the things that they were doing, they just basically gonna do the opposite this year because
that's wild.
because what they did was absolute poo-poo last year. So
I mean, all right, I get it though. I get it.
Yeah, and then he definitely ruffled some feathers because Aaron Rodgers came back and was like, hey, "You're not supposed to say that. Keep your, keep my coach's name
out of your mouth." He gonna go smack him in the post game handshake, huh?
Man, it's gonna be so interesting to see. But just knowing Sean Payton and just me being a Saints fan forever and throughout his whole career with the Saints, he's always been that ish starter. He's always been
for sure
the instigator. Like he'll talk smack, like he'll throw up the choking signs to you and stuff.
Hit you with the Reggie Miller? That's crazy.
Like he's doing all that, so it's normal activity. So like as a Saints fan, when I saw it at first, I was like, oh, that's Coach Payton being Coach Payton. But the Jets heard it, and I think they got his head on the wall for week 5.
I mean, but all right. So when you think about it, I feel as though it's nothing wrong with what he said. When you coming in as a new leader, you want to set order, and let's be honest. The Broncos were not good last year.
They weren't.
So why would I
because of Russell Wilson's play too?
But I feel like it's a mixture of both. So here's the thing that I feel as though Sean Payton does well. I feel Sean Payton does well with quarterbacks, especially quarterbacks that are of the same stature as Russ, but just have a skill set and decent IQ. Russ doesn't have bad IQ.
He don't. He just needs to be in the right system. And I think that with Sean Payton, it's going to be a better system for him.
He's an offensive genius.
But can Russ conform to that?
I don't think it matters if he can conform to it. It's going to be better because he understands how to utilize the pieces that are in place. Because there's no way that I have Jerry Jeudy and I'm not doing the right moves on offense. You're not bro is one of the fastest players in the league. I feel like you have an echelon that is with Tariq and Jalen Waddle, and then the fast guys in that realm, like Mecole and the rest of those dudes. And then you have the good old Jerry Judys of the league. He's like right there.
Yeah.
It's like if you're looking at Madden ratings, those guys 99, 98, then Jerry's about 97.
Yeah, they'll smoke you.
Like, bro, they're running gun. But it's like, all right, you have to just learn to disguise plays.
Right.
And I feel like that's where their offense was too predictable. And with Russ, it was a lot of dynamics that he's great at. With Legion of Boom, you had Marshawn there. You can hide his, you not hide, but you let him develop into a good quarterback because he wasn't super elite when he came in.
No.
He had to develop that. But just because he's a veteran, you don't abandon, let me just throw you out there and you make plays like Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes.
But because he's a veteran, is he going to be able to, like I said, just mesh well with the Sean Payton system? I mean, Russ is in year 11, year 12?
Somewhere in there. He's a double-digit guy.
For a long time, he's been with Pete Carroll, and Pete Carroll is very hands-off on the offense.
Yeah.
Now you have a head coach who's hands-on on offense, and really he's calling the plays and doing everything, just like Nathaniel Hackett was.
Yeah.
Right? Can Russ conform to that and then take that next level?
It's a level of respect, though, because as a veteran, I'm not saying Russ is like this, but if you just think about it psychologically, if you've done nothing in the league, how can I respect you? Like, for instance, I'm going back to basketball for a second. When I think Iman was telling the story. I forgot who was telling the story, but they were talking about there was a play drawn up, and LeBron said, F no, we ain't doing that, and erased it. That mentality is there for these vets. especially if you've never done anything. I feel like to tame that, you have to put veteran leadership in front of these guys, and that's what you're doing with Sean Payton. Sean Payton has had consistent seasons of 13-plus wins or 12-plus wins, however you want to look at it.
Yeah.
Has a Super Bowl, which Nathaniel doesn't, as a leader. All that is that's legit things. If you just want to win, you have to think about that type of stuff.
Right. No, that's
and
true.
I think he'll conform.
I don't think him and Sean Payton gonna mesh. I think they'll be looking for a quarterback pretty soon.
Pack him up then. But I mean, hey, you got a superstar wife. You need this money.
Yeah, that's why Sierra back making music now, because she see that end of that train coming.
Hey, he signed that $200. You better tighten up. You better
see the end of that train
she out here
coming,
dancing
bro.
with Chris Brown again. You don't want
Right.
your lady on tour again. Then you got the kids all the time.
Exactly, bro.
But I mean,
Shout out to Sean Payton for being yourself, bro.
Hey,
but
don't change, guys.
And that Jets Broncos game, that's gonna be like our number one one topic that week.
I can't wait to cover.
I can't wait.
We here. Football season is underway. We had the Hall of Fame game, so I'm excited, man.
I love it. Shout out to the Browns. They came with that come behind win.
That was the worst game. I can't take these games like preseason and like,
I love it.
Football, you can tell the lack of care, man. But nevertheless, I just feel like Sean Payton is gonna be himself. He's gonna lead with his heart on his sleeve. He's gonna talk his talk. He's gonna do what he got to do.
They gonna fight. Like they not gonna lay down like they did last year. They're gonna fight. They will probably have.
But I mean,
a good 6-7 wins.
Maybe they might do all right. But I mean, you're in a division where it's very competitive.
Yeah.
You're probably not going to win first or second because I think the Chargers and the Chiefs have that on lock.
Yes.
But I feel like, you got to talk that talk to make your guys believe it. I think that Russ lost the locker room, and I think Nathaniel lost the locker room. So you have to come lead like that, like I believe in my guys.
Yeah.
You have to have that like irrational belief in,
I think Coach Payton turned it around already. So it's interesting to see how they start off the season.
We'll see. I think I'm excited for it.